Uh, Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about how to work with a 7-function digital multimeter. This is a very useful multimeter when you want to work with general circuit and analog electronic. Okay, now let's begin with the ports that we have here. Now we have three ports. Okay, the bottom one, they are not colored. They are not basically coded by the color. So all of them are red. Please be careful of how to connect that. The bottom one is the common prop. So you put the common connection of your measurement to this socket. We are going to use that for every measurement that we are going to use in this multimeter. So this is a common prop. The middle one is for voltage, resistance, and milliamp. Okay. And the top one is for the amp range when we wanted to measure the current in a DC amp range. Now, let's go through the toggles in our circuit, in our device. Now, let's start from here. Here, in the white one, we have DC voltage settings. There are different ranges starting from the 200 millivolt. This is the maximum that it could show with the proper precision and accuracy. So if you're expecting lower than 200 milli, up to 200 milli actually, you choose this one. There is 2000 millivolt, which is 2 volt. There is 20 volt, 200 volt, and 250 volt. This is the DC volt settings. Now you have AC volt, and you have two options, 200 volt and 250. Okay, and this is a peak value. Another option is to testing the batteries. So by connecting the multimeter to the both terminals of the battery, you can actually measure what is the functional voltage that that battery provides. Because when you for example, have a 9-volt battery, this is the open circuit voltage that that battery would provide for you. Now, the actual performance of that battery, actual voltage that it would provide for the circuit when it's connected, you can test it with this option. Okay. Now, another option is a DC amp. Okay. Here this multimeter don't measure the AC amp. Okay. So don't mess that up, to be honest. So we have DC amp. Okay. There is different ranges starting from 200 micro, 2000 micro, which is 2 milliamp, 20 milliamp, 200 milliamp, and you have different option, which has a different socket actually, for up to 5 amp. So the amp range up to 5 amp. Okay. One of the very good actually application of this multimeter is when you want to test your transistor. So we have an option to measure the gain of a transistor, which we show it by HFE, or that beta that you might see, the Greek letter beta that you might see in the textbook or in the other videos. So you can test that and see what is the HFE or beta of your transistor. But be careful. You connect the transistor here. It's already kind of shows where to connect which port. So emitter base collector, emitter base collector. But there is a different ports for different type of uh, transistors. So this part, emitter base collector, goes for the NPN transistor. The other half goes for the PNP. So be careful about how to basically use and connect your transistor into the testing prop. Okay, now the next option is to testing the diodes. Okay, very easy. You set the option, you connect the diode, and that's good. For the diode, you use this middle probes. Okay, the common probe and middle probe. This top one is only used for the range of 5 amp of DC current. Okay, so most of your measurement is in these two drop, the bottom one and the middle one. If you go to the high current, to the range of amp up to 5 amp, you use the top one. Now, for the resistance, you can choose different range of the options to measure the resistance. Okay, you have the range of 200 ohm, which means the resistance up to 200 ohm. You have 2000 ohm, which is 2K. You have the option of 20K, 200K, and 2000K, which is the 2 mega. Okay, so this is how you can work with this specific multimeter. It is very useful. There is some common problem with this multimeter. One is that it works with the battery. So when the battery is about to run out, there is a slight problem with the precision and accuracy. And you need to make sure you're connecting the proper connection and is not loose. So this is another type of problem. When you wanted to like test also the BJTs, the transistors, you wanted to like make sure that you actually connected the emitter, base, and collector to the right pins, okay, to the right ports, and the connection is properly secured. Okay, so that's about it. And this is how you can work with this 7 function multimeter.